The plight of Palestinian refugees remains the longest unresolved refugee crisis in the world. That's according to the United Nations. And this was the situation even before the current war on the civilians of Gaza. As per the signatories of the petition today, including a large number of my own constituents, the strong feeling in our communities is evident and it is clear. In Gaza, we are witnessing collective punishment, destruction and displacement of human lives on a horrific and unprecedented scale. Ongoing indiscriminate bombing has turned a chronic humanitarian crisis into a catastrophe. And for those who do survive, there is an imminent risk of death by disease and starvation. Millions are displaced, but where are they to go? Because as I speak, there is simply no safe space left for those fleeing from Rafah. It would be helpful if the Minister today updates us as to where he thinks people are to flee to. Previously, many of us have called for safe routes when Russia invaded Ukraine and some visa schemes were set up for Ukrainians. And so how can it be that there are no safe routes for Palestinians to reach sanctuary in the UK, even if they have family here? So how can it be that there are no safe routes for Palestinians to reach sanctuary in the UK, even if they have family here? In fact, humanitarian visa routes are rarely available to Palestinians in any form, despite 1 in 6 of the world's refugees being Palestinian. I've spoken in this House repeatedly, asking why Palestinians are all too often treated differently. The dehumanization, the devaluation of Palestinian life has been so stark and, to be totally frank, utterly appalling. History teaches us that a people are dehumanized so that they can be killed, displaced, and starved with impunity, and indeed so that they can be denied assistance and asylum when they are so clearly in need. I know that many of my constituents have been utterly shocked at the racism, the Islamophobia, and the double standards. Something has been fundamentally broken or revealed, however you look at it. The political establishment has totally been out of touch with the majority of British people on this, and I think this will not be easily forgotten. Young people across East London ask me, how is it that the government condemns certain countries for their human rights records and crimes but not others? Why is it that it seems that the right to self-determination is spoken about for some and not others? Why are some national flags celebrated and others denigrated, even effectively banned? Why are some deaths mourned and others explained away? Why is it that for the government, too many Palestinians have been killed, or that too many are starving, but there is no condemnation of who killed them or who is starving them? I, as many across the UK and around the world, have always been opposed to the bombing and displacement of civilians, but this government has supported it in Gaza. What did they think would happen when they supported the openly declared intent to reduce the entire Gaza Strip to rubble? Whenever this government have been asked about what the long-term plan was for millions of civilians in Gaza, they have been unable to answer. Instead, it was this government who withdrew funding from UNRWA shortly after the ICJ's interim ruling. It is this government that helps ensure Israel have the weapons to kill women and children. Indeed, it would be helpful if the Minister updates us today as to the latest assessment as to whether weapons from the UK have been used to kill children. Whenever asked about how UK trade weapons are used, the government provides pro forma general lines about ongoing reviews and the licensing criteria. If these reviews are actually happening, why can we not know what they actually reveal? Especially now when those living the reality of this horror are reaching out for support to survive, it is this government who turns their back on humanity.